ASUS is in a lot of trouble right now, as in pretty serious that even JayzTwoCentz fired them as a brand partner. Gamers Nexus even showed how ASUS is screwing customers and even pulling the trust me bro move. First up, JayzTwoCentz fired ASUS. This started with ASUS sending J an RMA board and have been having a lot of troubles with ASUS quality and customer support. With my experience or even our channel, brands like ASUS and other companies tends to do this a lot, especially on small creators. So it's not actually the first time many companies do this. They do this frequently, but not on top creators like these two cents or Gamers Nexus, but mostly on small creators. They tend to collaborate with them, just send them either used or item that was loaned to other creators, and they will provide that, or even the product is a RMA repaired product, or you will never know. But most of the time, the item loaned to the creator will have to be returned to the company. So another issue with the AMD X3D chips are getting fried by certain motherboards due to high anticipated SoC voltage, and ASUS is at the center of this controversy. But then another issue with the beta BIOS ASUS released. This should be a good news, right? But wait, the lower part basically says if you use this BIOS, something happened to your motherboard or CPU, ASUS will not give any or honor the warranty to your board. Which goes to another issue again, that the BIOS update should stop the motherboards from exceeding the 1.3 volts cap, but based on what Gamers Nexus said, the BIOS update doesn't stop it and still exceeding 1.3 volts SoC cap and even reaches at around 1.4 volts. That is why CPUs are getting fried. These two cents even had problems on his system after a BIOS update that should have been fixed the issue, which led us to major reason why JayzTwoCentz severed his partnership with ASUS due to the low quality and customer support for their products. On the other hand, so Gamers Nexus even tried buying several boards to other customers who experience this kind of issue, and ASUS tried to bribe them or bribe these customers that Gamers Nexus is talking to and give them a replacement to the damaged motherboards or product, but also anything they might want in the ASUS catalog, which is really shady in my opinion. Companies like this tend to cover up their issue and call it a day, which we experienced in the past, like Gigabyte. They even pulled the Trust Me Bro meme based on the tech link by Linus Tech Tips. ASUS told the disclaimer they put up there saying that they will void your warranty if you use this BIOS update is a standard copy that is attached to all beta BIOS update. And ASUS told them that they are honoring warranty to all motherboards affected by this issue. Wow, that great turnaround from them from what they mentioned on their site. But they also mentioned that they will update all the disclaimers on the website, but you can still see some of them up on their websites or other pages. Although on the recent one show of Linus Tech Tips, he said that ASUS is telling the truth, that the disclaimer is just a default boilerplate copy attached to their BIOS pages and confirmed via archive.org. And ASUS confirmed by Linus again on one show that they will honor and provide warranty for their products. This kind of issues is not uncommon for major brands like ASUS. A lot of companies had this kind of issues. At the end of the day, it comes down on how the company handles the issue. ASUS said that they are working on the issue instead of focusing on PR, and I really hope that it's true. ASUS products are great, but over the past years, their quality have gone down. Even G2 mentioned that ASRock is more reliable and stable over the past years after the issue, which is good for consumers. Even after several days of what is happening on ASUS, it seems like ASUS motherboard isn't the only one who has this issue. And as we all know, Gigabyte again is also having this issue where their motherboard exceeds the SoC voltage cap based on other consumers at 1.3 volts, but nothing serious compared to what's happening with ASUS like frying X3D chips. ASUS is a brand that sells high-end products, and most likely some of the branches skip doing quality control. And at the end of the day, the one who will suffer is us, the consumers. Here at Nerdy Gaming, if we have a brand like ASUS who is screwing customers and we will not tolerate them, or we don't want the consumer to have any kind of hassle like ASUS is doing. I said this because Nerdy Gaming as a retailer, if we have an issue with the product and we just blindly sell them to customers like this motherboard that is frying CPU, customers will go to us and they will return the product and we will coordinate it to ASUS, and then ASUS says we will not replace the board because they used the BIOS or because of some shady reason. Then the customer will suffer because of this. We recently reviewed the ASUS B550F Gaming Wi-Fi 2 motherboard, and I really hope it lasts and there will be no issues. Not sure when the video will be scheduled, but I hope you will watch it, and I hope ASUS will fix these issues because at the end of the day, as I said, customers is always the one who's suffering from this kind of issues. And that's it for the video reaction. I feel all your frustration and understand all the issues with ASUS. I even had a lot of issues with ASUS products in the past. So I hope all the people who had the problems get their warranty and hope ASUS fix these issues ASAP. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.